Hello and welcome to another edition of Business Africa. Coming up in the headlines, IMF fears increasing level of debt and calls for reasonable borrowing. Qatar Airways hold majority shares in Rwanda's Bugesera airport. Both countries have signed an investment partnership agreement for the new infrastructure. And then, as world food prices soar, the latest FAO index shows an increase of more than 2% in October compared to the same period last year. Is Africa once again on the path to over-indebtedness? This issue follows concerns raised by the International Monitory Fund, which is alarmed by the current level of debt incurred by many countries on the continent. The organization also warns of a possible increase in public debt, which could double in 10 years. Jean-David Muhamle and Yashake Mutizwa have more.
Africa's debt level has doubled in the past decade. International Monitory Fund, IMF, says of the 54 countries on the continent, 20 are near or at distressed levels. African governments have raised about $26 billion in international markets this year, from close to $30 billion in 2018. Africa external debt payments now consume an average of 13% of revenue, compared with 4.7% in 2010. The figure has tripled in the space of 9 years. Volatile currencies, strong commodity prices, and low interest rates from international lenders looking for safe and profitable investments have increased debt levels on the continent. Further fanning fears of a new crisis is the surge in direct credit from China. The China-Africa Research Initiative at Johns Hopkins University estimates that the Asian countries handed $143 billion in loans to African states and state-owned companies between 2000 and 2017. Overspending and crashing commodity prices in the 1990s led to a debt crisis that prompted multilateral lenders and rich nations to write off the obligations of dozens of African countries in 2005. This time around, a debt pardon may not be as easy.
A major partnership deal between Qatar Airways and the Rwandan government for the construction of the new Bugesera airport has been made. The airport is situated about 25 kilometers southeast of Kigali. The first phase, which ends in 2020, will provide facilities for 7 million passengers per year, followed by a second phase by 2032. Qatar Airways holds 60% shares in the project. Chancellor Ningi and Freedom Lemwa have more.
The signing of the agreement between the two parties makes Qatar the majority investor in Bugesera Airport, located east of Kigali. An investment partnership for the construction, ownership and operation of the future airport, with the Qatari giant having a 60% stake in the project worth nearly $1.3 billion. The first phase of the construction would provide facilities for 7 million passengers per year. The second phase, which is expected to be completed by 2032, will have a double capacity up to 14 million passengers per year. The new airport is a modification of the 2017 model with a maximum capacity of 4.5 million passengers per year at the same location. To reach this new deal, Rwanda bought back at the beginning of this year, 2019, the 75% stake that was held by the primary investor, Mota Engil. Launched in 2017, the first phase of the construction of the Bugesera International Airport is expected to be completed by the end of 2020.
After the break, Cameroonian economist Jean-Marie Biada joins us with more on the ramifications of the world's soaring food prices. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.